Good morning. How we doing? 8 a.m. Monday. Summer's actually here for everybody. I don't think I'm going to be able to see anybody, but well, still in Pennsylvania, still in Cunningham. Morning. Oh, they worked on the rock wall. That looks pretty good. A little rock wall in front of the house. So, I actually have my running shoes on. It said I was going to pull out of the box, packing everything up. So, Victor Gomez, good morning, buddy. How you doing? Has summer started for you out there yet? Morning, Kim. Let me know if you got that text message I sent you this morning. Oh, the problem with these shoes and walking in these shoes, as I'm coming to realize here, when we walk, right, we are heel walkers. Your heel strikes before. And these shoes, these running shoes, are meant for the way that I run, which I'm predominantly, when I run, I run and the ball of my foot hits first. Just doing martial arts, and that's the way we were told to run, to strengthen our calves and to run quieter. Doing good. Summer has hit us hard and sudden here. It was like 50 degrees last week, and yesterday was 90. Yeah, how about it? It's nice right now, man. It's super nice out here. And when I mean summer, I mean like school related, like summer for school. Man, this tree is huge. Been here a long time. So to all four of you that are here, good morning. Happy June 8th. Yesterday was my sister's birthday. Not Kim Fisher, Kristen Fisher, new name Georgi. So anyway, I'm walking, and I feel my heat. Like, you don't understand how much your shoes, how much cushion they have in the heel. Just walking in these shoes right now with my heel hitting, I really feel the impact. I mean, they're very light. It's like I'm not wearing shoes at all. Excuse me. But like, you can feel the extra cushion on the ball when you roll into it. Oh yeah, we finished school a month ago, May 14th. Wow. When do you go back, Vic? When do you go back? I'll keep my cell phone up just so we get a little bit more service. Oy. So, we didn't go the last 2 days, Thursday, Friday. My sincerest apologies. We were still doing school stuff. I had to go into school on Thursday. Friday, I was still doing schoolwork. Let's see, anyone coming around this car? Nope. Okay. We have a state fair in my town, so we don't start school until the end of August. It's not until September. Wow. Morning. Well, as you can see here, Victor, the Southern Lehigh band kids are summer. This is their first official week of summer. Their last technical day of school was last Monday. And then they had up until like the 4th, which is, I think, Thursday, to turn stuff in. They could turn stuff in late. So they are, they're done. They're all sleeping in right now. They're all sleeping in. I can't blame them. Can't blame them at all. My alarm went off at 5:30, and I felt the alarm because I was up a little later last night. I got into a zone, if you will. I was selling stuff online, listing stuff. I put a lot of like Star Wars Legos up that I bought a while ago that I was anticipating, liking more than I did. They're still brand new in the box. So, and there was like a Millennium Falcon, and there was Darth Maul's Sith Infiltrator. I kept those two, and like the Space Shuttle Tydirium from Return of the Jedi, the white one. It's like the first ship you see in Return of the Jedi. Anyway, so I kept those three. Oh, that's weird. So I kept those three. And then I'm selling another 15. So I have like, I think I have like $300 into them. And I listed them for $1,000, 1,000. And like in a couple hours, like 20 people messaged me about them, wanting me to break them up. And so if I can sell them as a lot, it's much better off. So yeah, you can't really walk on your toes. That's if you want to be sneaky. No one's out this morning. 8 o'clock must be too early. If we're being honest, I was ready to go at 6. I thought about going here at 6 o'clock. I've never seen Star Wars. I think my junior high band teacher made the class listen to the soundtrack. Yeah, there's a weird thing about band directors in Star Wars. Like most band directors do like Star Wars. And I can't explain it. I can't. I don't think my middle school band director liked Star Wars. He liked The Simpsons and bike riding. Like he was totally into the Tour de la France. It'd be a great day to get out and kayak. Way too much to do, though. Way too much to do. So it was a busy 4 days. As soon as Mrs. G, our principal, approves this letter, you guys will all get a letter kind of explaining what the summer is going to entail and what your options are. Vic, what's your band doing for band stuff? Has your band director told you what you're doing for summer band? Like, do you guys usually have band rehearsals over the summer? Do you guys like when do you usually start summer band stuff, or when are you going to start summer band? I feel like more band directors should like the Avatar, The Last Airbender soundtrack. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I think what it is, when I was growing up in the mid-90s, like Star Wars was on TV pretty frequently. I'd always watch it whenever it came on. So, but it was not as mainstream. Like people liked it, but only the nerdy people liked it. It wasn't something, if you like Star Wars and you talked about it, you were made fun of. Now it's so mainstream. So, growing up, Not that us band people are nerds, but I think that was just part of like the culture we grew up in. You know, if you were in band, there was, that's what a lot of the kids liked. I don't even remember talking about it with much of my band people. Like the band people would always talk about Monty Python. You know, Monty Python, the Holy Grail, Spinal Tap, like the cult movies. That's the stuff they were more into, not necessarily Star Wars. So, yeah, they're making progress on this bridge. That's what you said, Vic. You said that you were a section leader. Congratulations yet again. We just announced, I'll give you a view. They're moving on this bridge. They're on this side now with a crane, and they're drilling down, putting the supports in. It's a fascinating process. I wish I had the drone. I'd send it up over and watch. Now we'll stay on this side of the road. A week of drum and guard camp and 3 weeks of camp, with the last day being the State Fair opening parade. Nice. When do you guys start? Like when's your first day that you start with your camp? I would guess it's probably August. Morning to all 6 of you. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you had a good weekend. I had a very, very restful weekend. I got stuff done on my house, got some packing done at the apartment, got some stuff sold, squared up with some people, talked to my parents, talked to my brother, talked to my sister. Sold some stuff. Sold a whole bunch of Disney Infinity figures. Like my leftovers, my doubles, my triples. You know, because you buy, you go to a garage sale, and you just want one, but they want to charge you like $5 for one, or you can take all 30 for $6. Okay. So you end up with all these extras. So I sold, there was like 120, I think there's 125 pieces of Disney Infinity stuff. It sold for $250. We'll get rid of it. Well, we had to redo the section leader vote because the doc wasn't updating. So, oh, dude, I'm so sorry. I'm sure that's tough, man. I'm sure that's real tough. But how you deal with, letdowns and situations like that speaks more to your character than if you were to succeed. This guy is just like sitting straight in the middle of the road. He's just straight across it. His front wheels are on one side of the yellow line, back wheels the other side. Oh, I bet he turned around. He forgot something. Because he just passed me not too long ago. Good morning. Good morning, Amanda. You know, Amanda, you've graduated and you've been at so many of these walks. I appreciate you. It was good seeing you on Thursday night. Mr. Ware was rather impressed with your truck. I'm going to be honest. I wasn't surprised you drive a truck. Yeah, Vic, try again next year. What's the worst that happens? What is the absolute worst that happens? You don't get it again? That's okay. I tell my students all the time, and they're so sick of hearing it. I guarantee you, I was never the drum major, never the assistant drum major, never the section leader. I always, if I'm being honest, I think I only remember my section leader from my freshman year of band. That's the only person I remember. I remember my freshman year drum majors, both of which are band directors now. I remember my sophomore year band directors. I remember my junior year drum majors. I remember all these guys. So, but I don't remember my section leader from any year other than my freshman year. Now, I guarantee you, I had them, but they didn't make that big of an impact. They didn't really do much, apparently. And if you're in here and you were my section leader in high school, sorry. But I remember the people in it that made an impact, We had a blast. I can't even, senior year, I went out for section leader. I didn't get it. And I don't remember who it was. Good morning, Jack Zeitz. How are you? Are you ready for the big reveal, Jack Zeitz? If you're going to be the president of the IMC, the Intergalactic Music Committee? I'm never going to get my drum majors. No. Like I said, I remember my drum majors. It took me a while to, Andrew Kreckman was senior year. That's a big bird. Sophomore year, it was my saxophone section leader and the trombone section leader who got promoted. We called her Captain Crunch. I think she wore the Captain Crunch hat during band camp once. And we called her Captain Crunch. Then she became the drum major, Vanessa. And she was one of my really good friends, Bryce. That was her, Bryce's sister was the drum major. And then John Hirschauer and Lawrence Sear. And then senior year was Megan and Elise. Both great people. Did I win? I've been so nervous for days. I'm doing okay. How about you? I'm doing okay. Thanks, bud. Yeah, Jack, you probably should be pretty nervous, if we're being honest. It's a tough race. If I were you, I'd probably write your speech of secession, giving up. Thank you, people. It's been fun, but I can't tell you that, Jack. The results have not yet been posted. They're not official yet. I may need to recount. There's some tight races. Very tight races. Let's see how far we go today. This is too nerve-wracking. When are they coming out then? Well, I'm waiting for Mrs. G to approve a letter. As soon as Mrs. G approves this letter, it will go out, and everything will go out together. The letter, the results, the whole 9 yards. Recount, yep. We're back to Florida in the year 2000. The year 2000. Everybody's looking at me like, what's this guy doing with his laptop? They just have that look on their face like, huh? What? That's a serious garden. Very serious garden. Kind of bleeds over into their neighbors. Well, there's a lending library right there. Well, Victor, that's a great question. I am going to walk personally through the rest of the summer. And once school hits, I'll make an attempt to do them in the evenings. How long will the live stream go? I'm not sure. It depends on how many people are actually interested. You know, if there's people that want me to do it, I'll do it. I'm going to walk regardless. But in terms of how long am I going to stream it? The first day that there's nobody watching, that'll be my last day of streaming. So that's kind of the plan right now. There's someone with a dog. We're going to look both ways. We're going to cross the street. Jaywalking. As soon as I say that, well, you lose a subscriber. That's funny. Yeah. Like I said, I'm going to walk regardless. If people want to sit here and listen to the inner musings of what goes on in my head, that's on them. Only do it as long as you guys want. As long as people are interested. So, but, morning. I'll be doing this for a while. I hope that answers your question. It's almost like a spring day. I'm having kind of deja vu right now, though. Oh, man. Okay. We're up to Church Row here. The 4 churches within a quarter mile of each other. We already passed the first one. Here's the second one. Third one. Up meow. We're setting a good pace today. Feels good to walk again. Feels good to walk again. We may walk all the way to 93, which would add another half mile to the walk. But the reason we haven't gone is there's no sidewalk. There's a couple horrendous turns. So we'll be smart. Morning. How you doing? Doing well. Thanks for asking. We're going to cross. We're going to go around the proper side of this turn. Because I'm sure someone coming the opposite direction is just going to whiz around that corner. I don't have a sidewalk. So I better watch more often then, haha. Well, I'm glad you enjoy it, man. I'm glad you enjoy what goes on in my brain. It's a scary place sometimes. It's a very scary place, but you know, I'm glad people enjoy them. Morning.
Good morning. I love your office.
Thank you. Isn't it great? I don't know if you just heard that. That's pretty entertaining. So there's like a hill up here, and there's a a cemetery over yonder. So can you see it? Yeah, there's the cemetery. And this lady's walking her dog. And she just kept laughing. And it's like, oh, good morning. And I waved. And she laughed and said, good morning. I was like, okay. And she said, I love your office. And so it's great, isn't it? Probably could have come up with something a little more witty to say. But, I hear a plane. There it is. Yeah, he doesn't want to wave. That's okay. My friends would probably enjoy watching these two during camp in the mornings. Hey, man. You do you. I don't know how your band director would feel about you. You guys just huddled around the computer, your phones, watching a band director in Pennsylvania walk around the countryside. That's a sharp Durango. The lines are it's no curves, no lines, it's all curved. It's a sharp looking car. So, what's on the agenda today? Well, today, as soon as we get back, I'm going to attempt to go grocery shopping. While I'm here in Pennsylvania, I have been charged with bringing back groceries for Mama and Papa Fisher. I have a list. And yes, my mother has edited this list several times. So I got the original list. Then I got an email list. Then I got additions via text message to the emailed list. And now that I've told her that I'm going to go today, I'm sure there's other stuff. Oh, I just turned my flashlight on. Now that I've told her that I'm going to go today, it wouldn't surprise me if there was yet another additional. Man, it blows my mind how many people's air conditioners are on. Yeah, it's like 60 degrees out here. Open your windows, man. Open your windows. Insanity. Or as the Australian band Jamiroquai would say, virtual insanity. Man, that was going to be one heck of a weekend. I think it was the second weekend of April. So many of my gigs got canceled from this virus. And I had like the best weekend that just everything seemed to work out. So Thursday night, so this was a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday set of what was supposed to happen. So Thursday, I was supposed to play at like a little restaurant with a trio, a jazz trio. It's me, bass, and drums, which would have been super cool. I love playing with those guys. They're super chill. Friday, I would have taken off a day from school, and I was going to be the guest artist at Susquehanna University for their jazz band. And they brought me, and Doc Lewinsky was going to bring me in to play a tune with the jazz band and be like the guest artist. I figured, why not? That was super cool. Very nice. I was flattered and humbled. I was working my butt off practicing that piece, which, truth be told, sounded a lot like Careless Whisper. So it was kind of funny. I was trying to throw in all sorts of random Careless Whisper quotes into it, but then I realized I didn't need to. Anyway, so that was Friday night and all day Friday for the concert Friday night. Whoa, slow down, dude. 25 mile an hour. Jeez, he was burning. Then Saturday, I was the guest conductor for PMEA District 8 middle school jazz choir. I was super stoked. It was the first time I've ever been asked to be a guest clinician. And I was in choir in high school and college. But you have to, once you have so many hobbies and interests, there's not enough time. And, the choir thing was something that, I just didn't really pursue that heavily. Man, everyone's out flying their tail draggers today. Oh, look at him just doing turns around a point. It's pretty impressive. Now he's just showing off. He's doing figure eights. There's zero wind. It is cool out. That guy's just showboating. You gotta watch the road. Yeah, I don't think I can wear these shoes. He's making me dizzy. Jeez. He's not that high either. Anyway, so the Saturday, I was going to be the middle school jazz choir conductor. Really looking forward to that. Selinsgrove High School invited me. Even though they know I'm not a choir person, they know I'm a jazz person. So I learned, was studying for months to do this jazz choir. Really looking forward to it. I was going to bring a bunch of Southern Lehigh kids to be the backup band for the choir. And that's how I got on this topic, was Virtual Insanity was our closing piece. A really super cool arrangement. Super cool arrangement. So we were also doing Don't Mean a Thing If It Ain't Got That Swing and Route 66. I thought it was going to be pretty cool. Pretty cool experience. And then, so I was scheduled to go first there. And then I was going to go from there as soon as I was done and head up to Hazleton to play with Jeremy Hummel, the drummer from our session a few weeks ago. And in his rock band, his wedding band, his party band called Into the Spin. So, and then Sunday, I was supposed to play with the Lycoming Wind Symphony. And we were doing Colonial Song by Granger, which had a pretty cool soprano sax feature in it. I think the Williamsport City Jazz Orchestra was in there too, somewhere. Maybe that was the next week, but man, it was going to be an awesome, awesome, awesome week. I was really looking forward to that. But the virus hit, and I'm hoping those experiences will be there later. But it was a very flattering weekend. Like, I've worked the better part of my life, since I've been 15 on work. That's when I really started taking the music thing pretty seriously. It was even more serious at 16, 15. Man. And, moments like that, weekends like that, where you're playing with your friends, you're making music, you're teaching, you're given opportunities to share your hard work. That's what we all go. That's, one of the reasons you do what you do. So that would have been an awesome weekend. but there'll be opportunities ahead. Just got to keep my face in shape. Is your area still on lockdown? My town just got out of lockdown on June 1st. Okay, so it's so hard to keep up with this in terms of locked. Are we locked down? Are we green? Are we yellow? Are we red? So our governor came up with a 3-tiered system of green, yellow, red. And why would you think green would be go? Everything's good. It's not. There's still lots of restrictions in green. The county that I'm in and the school are in yellow now. So they're not on full lockdown. They're on more like mitigated exposure, I guess you could say, where they have to they just have to be responsible. Everything's not full blown open. A lot of stuff's still closed, but yeah, we're closer to normal than we were. I'm gonna go grocery shopping here today after I get back. I didn't realize this was a hill. I should go on my bike down. I should go do more campaigning. Yeah, Jack. It's going to be a tough call. I would think you shouldn't have stopped campaigning. That may be your downfall. You're too arrogant going into this process. Bye, Jack Seitz. See you soon, bud. Yeah, so we're not totally on lockdown. It's just, be smart. Make good decisions. No. Yep, here's the row of air-conditioned houses. Open your windows. Do it. Do it now. Hey, Jack, I just call it how it is, bud. Call it how I see it. And Jack left. Goodbye, Jack Seitz. Let's see. That guy hasn't bought that yet. I listed a Super Nintendo console. That's pretty rare. There's apparently 3 versions. Or there's multiple versions of those consoles, but there's one that's highly sought after in the people that mod systems community. And I got like $5 in it. I opened it up and saw it was this rare variant. Put it up and some people have been interested in it. So he made me an offer and I messaged him and said, this is where I'd like to be. And he said, okay. So I sent him the offer. He sent me, I sent him the counter offer where I'd like to be. He agreed. He just hadn't hit the purchase button yet. So waiting on that. Yep, 25 mile an hour. That guy was screaming in that big box truck. I was screaming. Dad, if you're listening, the weather's really nice to not be flying right now. You should be getting that drone out. Pick one. You have options. It's like McDonald's or Burger King. Have it your way. Pick a drone, get out there, survey the property. All 5 of you this morning, I'm grateful. Let's see, we've heard from Amanda. Vic, you've been very vocal today, and I appreciate that. Because the more there's in the chat box, the more I'm able to talk. You give me ideas, things to talk about. Dude, 25 mile an hour. think there's like 3 cops in Cunningham. 3. And yeah. They're not out very much right now for some reason. They're always hiding in little crevices at night. But early in the morning, nope. There's church 1. There's church 2. There's church 3. Church 4 is right down the road. Oh, this church is closed. And it says, we are closed. That's sad. Very sad. See? Someone who gets it. He waved. And he waved first. Very friendly. I'm going to miss this town when I leave. You know, if I had to stay here, I'd honestly be okay with that. I just miss, that's 2.5 hours of driving every day to get to school. It's tough. It's really tough. Back on the sidewalk. There's a nice buffer for cars. So I'm planning on becoming a music teacher. What are some things I should expect? Oh, Vic, you're just setting me up, man. Setting me up to have a good dialogue here, and I appreciate it wholeheartedly. Number 1, some things you should expect. The highest of highs and the lowest of lows. I actually was listening to a podcast yesterday, and someone asked if they should make their passion their job or a hobby their job. And there's 2 different schools of thought on that. If you take your passion and a hobby and make it your job, there's a possibility you can lose interest in it. But if you do it the right way, the possibility is there for you to never work a day in your life. I feel I'm very lucky in that, because I feel like I've handled it fairly well. Where I'm a saxophone player, and I fell in love with playing saxophone. My passion for saxophone. And I was never super good at it until for a while. It took me a while to be pretty decent. And, the other thing I enjoyed doing was teaching. I started teaching martial arts from a young age. And, my high school band director, because I'm going to be a music performer. She's like, well, you're not really good enough to be a professional musician. So why don't you, combine your love of teaching and your love of music, combine them, and oh man, that bird is struggling. He picked up like a whole hamburger bun, was trying to fly and kept nosediving. So, short story long, Vic. Saxophone's something I love to do, and music is my vehicle for teaching. So I feel like I'm a teacher, not just a band director. I focus on the student development, and it doesn't matter whether I'm teaching music or social studies or history. I could teach anything. But music is my vehicle for teaching. So when and with every job, there's going to be stuff about it you don't like. Some things that I don't like about being a music teacher: paperwork. I hate paperwork, and there's so much of it I have to do. Once I put my plan out for how we're going to start summer band rehearsals, I have to fill out the same document 42 times. And I'm not joking about that number. Every rehearsal that we have, I need to fill out a document. Okay? So, throughout the summer, for various reasons, I have to fill out that document 42 times, and I do it all at the same time. And then, once we have to start doing bus transportation forms, then there's 2 forms I have to fill out for every one trip. And every away football game, every competition, every parade, every time the jazz band goes somewhere, every time I take the marching band anywhere for, anything. So, I hate the paperwork. And there's meetings, faculty meetings that, they're talking about things that don't necessarily apply to you. So, as much as I could not do a single different thing with my job, I feel like I made a great choice. They are welding over there. Plan to experience the best successes and learn from them and grow, and also the failures. My second concert at Southern Lehigh for the band, I would consider a failure. I overprogrammed that concert. I programmed that concert so poorly. I gave them a piece they weren't ready for, and that one piece kind of set the standard for everything else, and really kind of screwed us up because we spent so much time focusing on that one really hard piece, we couldn't get our other music up and running. So, you can't always please everyone. You're going to be dealing with people that don't necessarily like you. And that's hard. You're going to have to make decisions that are in the best interest of the majority of your students. And some people are going to disagree. They're going to talk about you. And they're going to talk about you to your face or to other people. I'm very lucky that I just kind of I can unplug, and a lot of the times I don't. I have rose-colored glasses when it comes to my program. I know that there's a lot of there's deficiencies, but all the kids. I like to think all the kids get along. I know they don't. But unless I see it, it's really hard for me to, deal with that. I don't know where I'm going with that one, but we'll keep talking here. College is going to be a grind. College is a total grind. You are going to be dealing with some of the most packed years of your life, and you have to do your best to grow through it. Make sure you pick a college that offers what you want. You like your teacher. But something my saxophone professor said to me, and I think I said this a while ago on the stream, but I can't remember. I was leaving to go home for the weekend, and I saw her. She said, "Your saxophone's not on your back. Why aren't you taking your horn home to practice?" And me being, me, I said, "Oh, Doc, you don't have your horn. I never see you take your horn home. And why don't you take your horn home to practice?" She said, and her answer will always stick with me. I don't take work home with me. Saxophone became work. It became her job. Morning. And I never wanted that to happen. I wanted saxophone to be something fun for me. A release, something I enjoy doing. And for her, it wasn't. And that stuck with me. I never wanted to make saxophone or any of this work. So, it's that stuck with me a long time. Really has. So, one of the best teachers I've ever had. An amazing human being. But, that's just something she taught me that I'll never forget. Oh, that's good. I would check to see the regulations on that, Vic, because there's a lot you have to do to be a music teacher. In terms of learning instruments, piano class. I don't know. I would check to make sure that that's valid for band directors, music teachers as well, and not just regular ed teachers like math teachers, etc., or substitute teachers. I was a fairly adept teacher in high school. And I feel like whether I went to college or not, it wouldn't have changed who I am as a teacher, but it gave me much more knowledge that I needed to be successful. And those 4 years were crucial, absolutely crucial. So what to expect? Learn from your failures. You are going to fail at things. It's tough. It's hard to swallow. But it's how you grow out of those failures and what you learn from those failures. It sets you apart from other people. So it's easy to enjoy success. That's the easy part. It's how you deal with failing, what you learn from it. So, let's see. I think he just bought it. Not you, Vic. The guy on buying that Super Nintendo. Oh yeah. I think I paid $5 or $3 for it. That's not bad. I'll take that every day of the week. Every single day. Up the hill. Ooh-wee. What a grind. This is probably our longest walk yet. Solid 55 minutes. I'm going to have to do the math and see how long it was. I'm going to guess it was well over 2 miles. It took... We'll find out when I run my errands today. We'll check it out. Well, folks, We're here and we're back. Oh, we made it. Whew. So I learned something, not to wear these shoes when I'm just walking. Because my feet are killing me right now. And that's going to set up for the rest of a fairly long day. So, I'll sit down for a sec. Well, I hope you guys have a good day. I haven't heard your second Genesis. Yeah, they don't go quite for $2,000. Typically, Nintendos are a little bit more expensive. But I haven't sold a Sega in a while. I have a bunch I have to sell. Last time I was selling a Sega Genesis was like $35. But that's probably at least doubled now because of the virus. So I haven't sold any Sega stuff in a while. I need to do that. Well, folks, I hope you have a great day. Thanks for being here. If you're watching this in the future, hello, future. It's the past. What a lovely past it is. And we want to make a better future. Now, be good people. Make good decisions. Make everyone around you proud. And talk to you later. See ya. Bye.